Hi again, this is Bad Our Boy, and well, I have two things to say. First of all, let's do the positive. I have 2 subscribers, yay! And I watched the Slenderman trailer and I'm hyped. Now to the negative. Well, Sayori is dead. And, well, I checked the files, there's no Sayori. I checked the recycle bin, no Sayori. And then, well, Sayori will die whatever we say to her, and when the exception happens in the files, it's someone who says that it was her fault for making this all difficult. I will delete her or something. So, look, Sayori is glitched. The new game. Let's see. Okay, the music isn't good. Something terrible will happen. Okay. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Okay. That girl is Hoa plus EU something. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friends you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but suddenly around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, what the? It's another day, school day like any other. Morning are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Wait a second. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Like Sayori never even existed. Just like rewriting the game or a new timeline or... But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just being on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in it anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. Should I pack up my things? I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Yeah, there's no motivation in this game. This game is rigged. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That? Oh, what the... Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Yeah, like you didn't expect Sayori to hang herself by saying the worst joke ever. You really left her hanging you left her hanging that day, huh? I hope I can shoot you this time. It's been a while, right? Yeah, like one video. Yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. Do you know each other well? We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? How about that? I actually quit the debate club. We quit. Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting on a new one. Okay, a literature club. So, I know why I couldn't say literature for many times when I played this game. It's because this word is cursed. Literature. Okay, where's the glitch? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring, but I can see that. Except if you kill your members, Monica. That's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry, killing your friends. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. That's Natsuki. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, man. Any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask to join. I don't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club. It would make me really happy. Please. Well, these are not cat eyes, so say no, man. I guess I have no reason to refuse. Just if my character can break the 4th wall, or if I can break the 4th wall. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Dad. You know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. But you can get the materials, then we can go, and there's no more music. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I would make a joke right now, but I'm not in the mood. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Oh man, you just sold your soul to the devil. I know that. Monica, full of energy, swings up in the classroom. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What do you mean, Natsuki? Anyway, welcome to the club, Dad. Who would escape me in this situation? This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. The small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. This is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. So, if there's no Sayori, Yuri will be the vice president. Okay, what's happening? What's happening to my mouse? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into bed in a classroom. I decided to come check out the club. No, you didn't run, you glitched in. Is that great? Wait, Monica? Did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? It was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Bad? Girls have a few desks arranged from a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here. It will make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. We have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Give a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. He was just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So bad. What kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up going on. It's kinda the same thing from last time, but yeah. Then a good story, much more equally impressive. Yuri goes on to different reading. She seemed to soon walk in with all the way her eyes light up, finds her confident enough people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Amazing all the writers. So yep. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I just read the girl something I can relate to at the minimal level. This rate, we might as well be having a conversation with a rock. A rock, yes. Not the rock, a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, take the word and I put it down. Surely horror is often very successful at changing the way you look for a moment. I hate horror. Oh, what's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about good things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. Wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. Understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to really exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? If you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, just got an idea! Let's hang more people! How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That's the way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Bad? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. You killed my friend! Okay. It's not an Italian stereotype, it's just Mario impersonation. Who works with me. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. So, it's second. First most important weapon is their eyes. It's like that because it's really normal for someone to check all the clubs before deciding. That's a really good point in life. You know that? This game really teaches you bad things about life. But I'm sorry, I thought girl exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Bad. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need at least 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. Like the one you just deleted. Okay, it can't be Monica, it can be Yuri, or even Natsuki. Who knows what's inside this cute mind? It's probably evil. And we don't find one more before the festival. My defense is against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay, blah 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 blah. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I joined the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that bad? Yeah? Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. But I'm so happy. You can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I know. I do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meetings on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Matt, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. Well, I guess without Sayori, the game is shorter. I really feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat and Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. I can't wait to slap that smile off your face. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending the children? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of this. I guess this starts writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes, why not? Okay, what's this? Okay. Jumpy, warm, raindrops, sadness, joy, lipstick, anger, tears, Papa Stalin, pain, memories, like this, the Russian meme, Papa Stalin, candy, vanilla, play, marshmallow, Doki Doki. I'm lazy. I love puppies. And this game is a total tragedy. So let's see what we Hi again, Dad. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. I want to see how this ends. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back. At the literature club, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What? What the? Thanks for keeping your promise, Bad. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I hope just... Natsuki Jane, they have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Zee! Running PS, fourth floor, running PS. That girl's mean. Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly feeling Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Bad. Well, make sure to put up for twist, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Oh no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. Okay, I have my suspicions, but I think the character is brainwashed because if one thing I have experienced from Red Alert is that Yuri can brainwash people. Anyone with the name Yuri. I'm not judging people. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me. Maybe he's just a straight up idiot. Or he doesn't see what we see. I hope he doesn't. If he knows, oh, that'll be messed up. Are you sure? Just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri, just between you and me, let's get rid of Monica, huh? Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book it's a short read, okay, and you could, discuss it if you want, good. She even picked out a book. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this, I just take the book. Phew! But you can read it in your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. You can't help but notice her intense expression. Meanwhile, Natsuki and checking around in the closet. Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Monica. Oh. Yep. Game is glitching. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? But let's check the history. Is it written? It's written frickin' Monica. If it's written like this in the history, it's like visual novels works on a script. So this must be the okay. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. I think I know what's happened, but I won't spoil it. Not yet. Manga? Read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatched out of my hand. He then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the chest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Well, I've seen some stuff. Yeah, I've seen trypophobia. Don't Google that. I know that feel. Get a closer look at the box and said, and she's admiring. But figures, it's a series I've never heard of in my lifetime. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. Points at to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing bad. Consider this a lesson straight up. Don't judge a book. In fact, consider this lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Oh, that's good. In fact, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Share the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Exceedingly mowy. I don't know what does that mean. I'm not a manga guy. Don't just stand there. Ooh, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Well, about the class closets, there's always been something special about the ones in my class, because sometimes students just teleport to the closet and the teacher opens the door and our teleporters. Wouldn't chair be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Don't feel. Just a guy and a girl reading some manga. And yeah. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particular bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical size of life affair. I kind of grew out of this since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. You sure this isn't boring for you? Oh, just look at her. She's like a 10-year-old kid. It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Do not rub it in? Please. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown up of that yet? Yeah, it makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much as friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated it out toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? Like, I'm a loser. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this history. I mean, like, I feel I can't even keep this in my own room. This out of this. This is safe here in the club room. Don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. Eyes over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? And Natsuki collapsed straight into me. Hey. Oh, what the? Okay. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar, shows it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. Told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Bad. He's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who would I show my poem? Natsuki? Okay. Thought Natsuki was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Wait, she didn't say thing before. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion, huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Yeah. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? That's okay, retorts gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. I'm sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, yeah, stuff, but that's all about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like this poem. Take everyone around you to great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like a setup for a rhyme at the end, and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Yes, more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. But all of them are 18. And I'm still sick. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. Minute passed more than enough to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Do you ask? I'm just making sure. Guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up one of them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberated. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the experience are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it says, if her totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Suki can be a little bit biased, and so biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that, sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is a kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, then my hair eliminate breathe and a glow bathing. Must be this one, the last remaining sheet light to have withstood the test of time, that's yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light begins a flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry I have much terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, wait, it wasn't it was hoo. Santa's coming to town. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all bad. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose I did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than that. Simple story or pain. Oh, can I skip that? Oh, I can skip that. Let's go to Monica. Can I skip that? I can skip that. Hi, Bad. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring them. Okay, alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid. I'm much better just going with the flow. Anyway, Want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, bad. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. Now, kid, it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like it, Dad. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think something Natsuki would write. And she's good writer too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so, yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. She's really saying that? Yeah, she's saying that. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. She's a fussy mood pretty often. All the child support services, I call it child protection services. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescence growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Every time I play this game, it makes me feel weirder and weirder. But I love me some good horror, and I love me to kill some Monicas, so... Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my bird eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? It's a different one. Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling playing pricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. They must be way out. He's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I banish my pen. So what do you think? I'll skip it just. So it's the same as the first, just the same as the first one, but can't skip the poem part. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Okay, something bad going to happen. Guys around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literary club after all, I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Okay, so here is where they fight. Now, I'm not going to continue because if I stay for more longer time, empty thoughts now. Maybe the game will just, you'll get bored, people, and I don't want someone to get bored. So, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like if you have enjoyed, leave some feedback in the comments or anything. Hashtag run in peace, Sayori. Stay awesome. I hate this game.